Welcome everybody, this is Instructor Lee on our next video of our series on ALWD and BlueBook citations. Now this is going to be how to write a legal citation using a website. This is our most common type of legal citation that we will use on an online class. Now as a disclaimer, I'm not going into pinpoint or parallel citations. This is very entry-level 101 type of citations that any kind of law or legal study student can use. Now let's get started here. There are two different types of websites that you're going to be drawing information. Well, there's lots of different types, but two main types of websites. One that contains little information and one that contains a lot of information. On this site, this is the Dunkin' Donuts website, and yes, I do like donuts. It's Dunkin' Donuts, and we're pulling off something off of this page, the menu and nutrition page. I don't know what we're pulling off, but we're pulling off information from this page. So we know the very first thing that you need to do with your citations, or this is how I do it, is I copy the URL and I paste it to a Word document. This is where I found this information from. I next put the name of the author, who at this point we don't know the author, but we know it's Dunkin' Donuts. So it's going to be a general, general author, and then in italics you put menu and nutrition. That's your title of your page. So menu and nutrition. Oh, let's switch this comma to a normal comma. Now we don't know when this was published, if this was changed or if it was published yesterday. It doesn't have any information as far as dates go. It does have down here 2011, but that tells us nothing. That's a copyright date, so it tells us nothing when it comes to this particular page. So this page could change tomorrow, and it could have changed yesterday. So in order to protect yourself from claims that, hey, you pulled wrong information, because they could say, hey, there's something wrong on that page and we'll fix it. They could say that, and then if you pulled that information today and they fix it tomorrow, you could get into some trouble. So what BlueBook is telling you to do in ALWD is put last visited March 18th, right? That's today. So March 18th, 2015, and this will actually protect you from those claims that, hey, you pulled wrong information. You could say, no, I pulled the right information because on this date, the information that I gathered was this. Now they could have changed it. So that is the basic legal BlueBook or ALWD citation for a website involving not a lot of data. You have to remember the last visited March 2000 and your date. Now our next one is going to be a little more in depth. Now this one is from the Chicago Tribune, and it involves the author. You have the author, you have the title of the article, and you have a date somewhere. We'll find right there is the date. So the very first thing, once again, is I copy and paste the URL. The reason why I copy and paste the URL is because a lot of times I wouldn't have time to do a complete citation. I would have to, follow up with the citation, but I didn't want to lose that information on where I gathered it. So what I did is I just copied and pasted it. So for further reference, I could just go back and put the URL back in just in case something happened, if that makes sense. Okay, so we know that we have our URL. This is the name. I don't know why it's taking a long time to copy. This is the name of our article. Put that down here. Now make sure if it goes into blue like this that you remove the hyperlink. You don't want a hyperlink on your citations. You just want the citation like this. If you didn't see how I did that, is if it turns into blue, it automatically creates a hyperlink. So you just right click and then click remove hyperlink, and then it gets rid of the hyperlink. So we know the article. Oops, come on. Trying to copy this thing. Let's see if it copied. didn't, but we know his name is Carlos Sandovi. Excuse me. Now, this is different than APA. APA, right? They make you abbreviate the first, the author's name. Now, in ALWD and legal citations, this is completely spelled out fully like this. So you have the author's name. You also know the name of the title. So do it once again in italics. So yellow cab files for bankruptcy after 26. Okay, so see what I'm doing. I'm actually putting it in italics, and I'm fixing the formatting because they. Oh, sorry about that. Good thing Windows 8 is fun if you don't have it. So sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, sorry. It's common that websites won't put it on the proper format. So see how this is files for bankruptcy. All that stuff really should be capitalized. So if you use this, make sure it's capitalized here. Yellow cab files for bankruptcy. I just switched all of this stuff and actually made it how it's supposed to be written. So make sure you do that, and that will save you a lot of heartache later. Okay, let's go down. We know it's today, March 18th at 3:16. And this is where it becomes important to put the date. So after your title, this is where you put it. Now, see how I put a comma right here? It's not really going to be in the comma, outside of the comma. It's going to be inside the comma. So today is, we know the date, so it's March 18th, 2015 at, you could put at, oh, sorry, you wouldn't put at because they're giving you the time. So this would be just 3:16, then your comma. You could put here on the Dunkin' Donuts citation, you could put last visited March 18th, 2015 at the time that you did it. You don't have to necessarily. Sometimes when you start getting into parallel citations or pinpoint, you would have to do that. But if it's an article that's specifically written at a time and they noted the time, go ahead and put in the time. Now 3:16. I know it sounds stupid, but it's going to be AM, and this needs to be spaced. If it's 3:16 p.m., you need to put PM right there. Okay, so here are the two different types of citations that you'll be doing at an entry-level class, like most paralegal studies classes. Now see how I did this one, and this one's Dunkin' Donuts and nutrition, and then it has the URL right here, and then this one's all off-centered. You need to make this look good. So if this is your reference page, let's pretend it's our reference page. Mine's well. References. Let's make it look good. So as let me get, I just up this and then design. I don't know why my computer's running really slow. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, well anyways, my computer's running really slow, so I can't do it right now. So what you would do is you just clean it up. So you make sure this is all level and all clear. Now you want to indent this. I can't do it on my computer right now because it's not working properly. It's not showing me the grid. So an easy way to do this is when you have the little arrows up here on top with the ruler, you just move one of those little arrows over and it will indent this. So what this needs to do is this needs to be indented. Now let's put this in red. No, that's not working. Windows 8 is kind of a pain, so bear with me. So this needs to be indented a tab, and then this needs to go over also indent. Once again, I don't know why that's not going over indent. So it needs to be like this. So you have the title right here and then indent. So same thing right here. You need to indent this and you need to indent this. So you have your, this is how the correct way of setting up a your reference page. So you have your name of your author and your title and whatever information that can fit up here on the top one. If you're going into a second line, you need to indent that second line and then put whatever information that you need. So it's going to look like this, but instead of writing indent, don't write indent, just indent that page. If you need help with that, please call me or email me, and I can help you through it as soon as I fix my computer. I hope you enjoyed this little video and it really helped you. I hope it helps you cite websites a little bit better, and I hope it makes it a lot easier for you to cite it. Once again, ALWD and BlueBook citations are a little bit different than APA, but once you understand the formatting, it really becomes a lot easier. If you have any questions or if you have ideas for any future videos, please let me know in the comments, or you can email me at any of my addresses, my email addresses that I've provided you in my classes. I hope this really helps, and if you have any questions, once again, please contact me.